Okay, so the first thing we had to do in evaluating our situation was pick a good place for our business. And the reason we came to Tulsa was because when we looked at other places, it's actually very hard to find a good building that fit our qualifications and specifications in other areas. But Tulsa, being so large, had a vast number of buildings that we could choose from that fit our fit what we wanted very well. And so with that, it came out to about $2 million for our building and warehouse. But well, it might be a little more than some areas. But when you think about accessibility to such a big pool for our workers, as such like Tulsa has, it's worth a little bit extra money because with that big of a building and as big as we're hoping to get, we're gonna need a lot of workers, and that'll be an easy way to get them. Um, Other things we had to look at are just things like the cost for moving companies to transport our machines and our supplies from Saginaw to Tulsa. Um, and then things like a security company back in Saginaw as well as in Tulsa. Um, all workers want to feel safe, and so for us, we have security guards that we're going to get, and we have security cameras we're going to put up to make sure nothing's going wrong, and lighted parking lots so no one has to feel worried when they're walking to their car at night or early in the morning. Um, Next thing we had to touch on was things like medical for our workers. That's a big selling point for a lot of workers, and so we find medical plans cost effective for everybody. Um, and then to help make it easier for our employees, we looked up things such as schools, airports, hospitals, banks, and places for recreation in the area, so that they know exactly what's around us and they don't have to do any guesswork or any research for themselves. So the easier it is for them, the more they're going to want to work for us. And we went the next step for places for people that are going to be traveling to try and come work for us, and we found things like neighborhoods that would fit the price range for people that would try and work in our warehouses around the area, so they would know exactly where they would need to look to find places of living. Um, the main thing we looked for whenever we were finding all this stuff was something that was very cost effective for us, but at the same time kept the well-being of our employees in mind. Um, and so price-wise, like I said, it was about $2 million for the warehouse, which is a little more, but it's worth it when you think of the area. Moving came out to about $750,000, which is a lot, but that saves us from having to rebuy all of our supplies and machines, and so it actually saves us quite a bit of money. Security is going to come up to $70,000, which really isn't too bad on our budget, especially if it makes our employees feel better about it and makes them want to work a little harder, and that sounds good for us. And then about $50,000 on miscellaneous stuff, such as medical plans and just other things of that nature. Um, that about sums up the situation analysis for step one.